Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Down. Mike. 180. 180. We're good. 180.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Carr, and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6.
We're good. Hey, Raider 2. 180. Mike.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Mahomes gets this one to Hill. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got Thompson here, complete. 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll turn to Thompson. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Darwin Thompson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got you.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Carr. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Complete to Tyreek Hill. He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On 2nd down, it's Thompson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Touchdown, Chiefs!
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Butker on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Chiefs 14, Raiders 0. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Forced out to his left. They complete it to Hill. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. 43. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Yellow. 180. Hey, 43. Shoot.
Protein spin.
Hey, yellow. Hey, go.
From the 31, Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. He is going to find Hill here. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Well, the big play prior to this one got him down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last 2 plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 27, Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms, because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up,
right.
Hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
Carr completes it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Here we go.
D. It's just me and you.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. They'll run with Jacobs. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Trying to pick it up with Clement. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Corey Clement, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Jonathan Abram picks it.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Arnie.
Throwing now is Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Mike 46, Mike 46.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. That one complete to Hill. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They run. It's Williams. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On 2nd down now, it's Thompson, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Darwin Thompson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Butker now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Chiefs 28, Raiders 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock down and go to the locker room.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Check 37. Check 37.
Collect. 43. 43.
Bravo.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. But now it's third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Mahomes firing complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Well, the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. On the ground, it's Thompson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Guy 43, 43, 15.
Here, check, 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 check. Shit, shit, shit. Kill, 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 kill. Hey, turn it up.
Here we go with Williams. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, it's Mahomes. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 16. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off.
Completes it to Hardman. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Let's get it.
Now it's Mahomes again. And that will be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Carr to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here's Hill on the return. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give him much better starting position. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing on 2nd down, Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Carr going to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Flush to his right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Hey, watch that. Check.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They go play fake. Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 36 yards on the play. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if...
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you...
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Watch the curl. 29.
Shotgun now for Carr. It's complete to Williams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Watch out for Hill on the return. A big boot that time, 57 yards. the official distance. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. With it is Brown. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Darren Lee picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. They keep it with Davis on 1st down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Thompson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They go with Thompson again. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Carr. Got an open man. It's Aitman. 23 yards the pickup there. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 44, Carr. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. From the 27, Carr. This is caught by Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We know these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field.